Hello, my fellow fans of the small. I'm Laura Blair, and this is Tiny Worlds, Big Stories. Here we celebrate the artists who craft small-scale magic, miniature makers, diorama dreamers, and dollhouse designers, and uncover the stories and creativity that bring these tiny worlds to life. Whether you build tiny scenes or simply love them, welcome. Today's guest has done something a lot of creative people dream about. She's built an entire business around something she genuinely loves. Katie from KayTeeKay's Minis creates whimsical miniature worlds, tiny foods, themed builds, tutorials, and content that has attracted more than 182,000 followers and thousands of Etsy customers. But what fascinated me wasn't simply the miniatures themselves, it was how she's built systems around her creativity. She creates constantly, collaborates with brands, shows up at miniature conventions where fans recognize her, and runs an Etsy shop, makes content almost daily, and somehow still manages to create a life that works for her family. In this episode, we talk about what happens when a creative obsession becomes a business, how community becomes part of a product, and what it actually takes to build a life around making tiny things. This is my conversation with Katie from KayTeeKay's Minis. Hi, Katie. How are you?
Hi, good morning. I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. I can see you in your busy studio there. You got all your stuff lined. I always love to see what's behind. That's one of my favorite things.
It's literally a dream space.
Did you build it yourself? Did you put it all together?
Yeah, we did this, I think, last summer. Me and my husband decided I was outgrowing. He wanted his garage back, honestly.
Oh,
And because I was taking up all of my machines, were taking up all of his space in the garage. So he's like, you need your own space. So yeah, this was,
those words are better than I love you.
I
You
know.
need your own space,
Yeah.
right? That's all we want. That's all, especially of collectors of miniatures. That's all we want.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to take it all the way back to little Katie.
Okay.
And I think you were into miniatures when you were little.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know like all the things. What did you play with? What did you love? What was your thing?
So growing up, I was really into Polly and Barbie. Those were like my two main things. My mom didn't have a lot of money growing up. She divorced my mom, or she divorced my dad when I was young. So we lived with my grandma, so we didn't have a lot. But what I did have, I had like 3 or 4 Polly Pocket sets that were my favorite, and I played with them, and I've been able to buy them back now as an adult.
Oh,
And so my kids play with them now. So it's kind of like full
awesome.
circle. I love it. And Barbie, my grandma had a shed in her backyard that it was kind of like a storage shed, but it was like a screened shed. So it was like outdoor, indoor type of thing. And I would bring my Barbies out there in the summer days, of course, and set up my whole Barbie world. I didn't have a house. I just had all the accessories and, I would make my own things with what I had laying around. So that's probably where it all really started. But
Mm.
nobody else in my life liked miniatures. I was the only one. Like I would see something tiny and would just like, "Oh my gosh, look at that."
Yeah.
And I would, "Mom, look, this is so amazing." And she's like, "Yeah, that's cool. It's cute. It's cute." And
You had to wait till much later to find your people, I think.
exactly. It really wasn't until I got to be an adult that I realized this was a whole, like, hobby and, like, people did this as an adult, and that's when I kind of allowed myself to be like, "Oh, we're going back. We're going back to what we love, and we're gonna see where it goes," and it's really just it's surpassed my expectations,
I love
honestly.
that. It's so great to see your joy about it. Between like finishing high school and then in kind of 2020, which is I think when you really dove into it, right? Like a lot of people. What was happening in there? Were you wanting to do a different kind of job? Like where was your life?
Yeah, I think I was just really trying to find where I fit. I left high school and like I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I tried out community college for a couple semesters and I just felt like nothing is like hitting. Nothing this is not interesting. I feel like I'm wasting my time. Let's just go work. I feel like I could spend my time at work and, make money. And that was kind of where I was focused as 18, 19. I wanted to get out of my house. I wanted to be self-sufficient. And me and my husband, we actually met when I was 17,
Oh,
getting our own place. That was like a huge goal for us. So I went into the retail world. one of my girlfriend's mom had a job at American Eagle, and so she hired me as an assistant manager, just knowing me as a person and, "I trust you, and I'll teach you what you need to know." And she really took me under her wing, and I just kind of grew in the retail world, and I knew that it wasn't gonna be the place for me because once I had
Hmm.
my daughter, it was just like, "What am I doing?" Like, the hours are unpredictable. You're working weekends, you're working holidays. It's like I had no time to be at home with my family, so I wasn't happy there. I knew that was, like, my experience, and I wasn't very crafty, honestly, as a kid. Like,
What? You're kidding.
art was always my favorite hobby or, like, my favorite class, and, like, I would always go for, like, the electives like drama, floral culture. I loved those electives, but I never knew anybody who made a career out of it. I never knew anyone
Hmm.
that, like, did anything past hobby level, so it was never something I poured my time into, and
Hmm.
because I was working full time and I had a new love interest, that was what my time was spent on. Um, once 2020 hit and I was at home and I'm like, "I have nothing to
You got
do."
to reevaluate and find
Yeah.
something.
Yes.
That's
So it
so
was
cool.
awesome.
And then you had your baby, you were doing babies and kids, and then you were doing your miniatures for fun. When did it cross over into, "Oh my gosh, I really love this, but you know what? I could make something bigger with this." When did that happen?
Probably a couple years in, like, doing social media, I really started that as a journal for me, like, to just see what I could do. I'd never done videos. I'd never even done social media. I had my personal Instagram that I would post, like, selfies and pictures of my kids, but again, I didn't that world of, like, influencing, that was not something I was ever interested in. I was like, "No, that's not me."
It happened by default.
It really did.
Yeah, that's a nice way to have it happen.
Yeah, and that's what I try to, like, remind myself of all the time is, like, I started this for fun, and that's what I try to continue and try not to focus so much on the numbers and what that post did, how it did. Did I love it when I made it? Did I did I love the product I was showing? Was I excited about it? Those are all the questions I ask myself before I post something or make anything because
I love that.
if it's not gonna do anything for me, why do I expect an audience to get anything from it, you know?
Well, and especially this community because we all pick up the joy from each other. That's why it's so special.
Yeah, and that's what
We
I
all do
keep
that. "Oh, miniatures." We all do that, because we all
yeah.
get excited. It's those people you were looking for when you were little. It's all of us who would get excited about it. Yeah. So you've done a great job of creating multiple income streams and areas of your business. So you've got Etsy, which is a beautiful shop. You've got brand partnerships, tutorials on your YouTube channel, which are great. Which came first? And then how did you layer it up?
TikTok came first, so I started that,
Ah,
like, right in when TikTok kind of, like, took off in 2020 when everyone was, like, posting, and I just kept doing my thing, growing it, and then I had an Instagram, but I never really focused much on it, and then I don't know. I think it was when TikTok started saying they were gonna be closing, and I was like, "Well, maybe I should look for some other place to share because I don't wanna
mhm.
lose my community," and that kinda made me nervous, so I switched it to focusing more on Instagram, and it's really just the same content. I just whatever I post there, I it's 2 different audiences. I think I have some crossover, but I reach different crowds, so it's not like I'm doing a whole bunch more for a different channel, I just repurpose. And then Instagram, I think Facebook was doing a promo one day and was like, "Do you wanna do a Facebook? Link your Instagram." And I'm like, "Let's do it." And then so that started. And YouTube, I I wish I could be better on YouTube, honestly.
If you're doing all the
Yeah.
other stuff, though, it's like one more platform that you have to format it for. It's
It's the
horizontal.
long I can't do the long that one.
I
Yeah, and
know.
then Etsy, I mean, that one just kind of formed naturally too. I was making stuff and people were like, "I wanna buy it." And I'm like, "Really? Okay. Let's
Okay.
see where that goes." And so, literally everything has just been like a natural progression of,
Yeah.
"Let's see how it goes." My mind is open. I'm just here to receive what comes, like, literally put it out into the universe. Like, if this is for me, like, show me because I'll keep going.
Well, and the miniatures show up. They do because they follow along, which is nice, right? So
So
when do
fun.
Do you decide when you like, when you make something, you make a product, whether you're gonna sell it or whether it's gonna be, like, part of content? Like, I love your miniature, convenience store. Like, I'm
Oh, thank
hoping you
you.
don't sell that and you hold on to that forever, but I know you're making things for it. Like, when do you decide what's what?
I don't know, that's a tough one. As far as, like, what I'm gonna sell really is, like, is it something that I can produce a lot of? Is it something that I'm not gonna get like, that's my problem with selling, is I make something, like, 10, 15 times, and I'm like, "Okay, I wanna do something else." Like,
Yeah,
I'm bored of this
yeah.
now, but then people still want it, so I'm learning how to balance that right now, like, with the miniature
Mhm.
show coming up, I was telling my husband, "I'm really nervous, like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough or, I'm making only 5 of this, what if more people want it?" And he's like, "That's fine, like, if you only have 5, you only have 5, and if you only have 1 of this, you only have 1 of this, like, it's okay." And I just am such a people pleaser that I wanna have enough, and I want everyone to get what they want, and last year, my whole Etsy shop was basically made to order, so that's how I motivated myself to continue making the same things over and over again. But then you get into, okay, now I wanna make new things, and I'm busy constantly backtracking and making old things. So, it's really a balancing act, and then I wanna do the miniverse and all the fun stuff
Mm.
and showing you guys
Well,
product reviews, and it sometimes gets overwhelming, but I just have to remind myself, one thing at a time,
one thing at a
it'll be there.
yeah, it'll
Yeah.
show up what you're supposed to be doing. So, what's something about making like, monetizing this that people don't understand?
It is a lot of work. It's not just filming a video and popping it up line. Like, even just a simple if I wanna show you something quick and do a 30-second clip, that could take me an hour, 2 hours, you know? It's not 30 seconds, and it's thinking about what music am I gonna put to it? Am I gonna do a voiceover? Am I gonna make it tutorial style? Is it just gonna be a show and tell? There's so many different avenues of content that you can go down that it's like the wheels are always turning up there, you know? It's like my brain never really stops. But it
As an entrepreneur, that's good though. I mean, your brain's always going. Are you able to turn it off when you go on
um,
vacation?
yeah, but I'm still like, I'm looking at things and I'm like, "Oh, that would be a good miniature.
Of course you are.
Oh, look at that mini thing over there. Let me film it really quick and show people." So it's like always a part of me, but I think that's what's fun about it being my job now is because I don't really consider it my job. It's just like I wake up and I get to go out there and do what I love, and if people love it, then that's great, but
I have a very nice visual in my head right now. It's a really cute post that you did where you're dancing over to your 3D printer and you're like, get just thinking about making minis today. That was a great depiction of like someone gets to take something they loved as a kid that they love now, and then they get to make a living out of it. You should have that on your website. I love that little,
I
yeah,
always try to do fun little things like that too. Just
that was great.
it's fun.
Have you had to unlearn anything about pricing or anything since the beginning to now? So you talked about quantity of things, there's that, but anything else?
About what? Pricing?
Yeah, about pricing or like demand or like where you like to sell best, or is there something that's kind of shifted over the years?
I mean, I feel like I'm still learning, honestly. Every day I'm learning something different about running a business. And, I kind of test things out with my Etsy shop. It's nice because I can get a good idea of what people are buying, what they're interested in, and that kind of thing. But I feel like I'm always learning something new. And now throwing in person, my gosh, that's like
Mm,
a whole nother thing. Like I had
yeah.
a display. Okay, now what are they gonna bring it home in? Oh, I need bags. I need pricing things. I need to price
What,
everything.
you making money back there? That's so funny. Yeah, so you have to so this is like pretty new for you in terms of selling in person.
I've never done an in-person show. I've always yeah, strictly done Etsy. So this is like a whole new thing, and I don't know. I don't know, honestly, because it's a lot. It's like I have to have all the inventory right now, and so it's like I'm cranking out. I've been, like, working for the past couple months just building inventory, but at some point, it's like, "Where do I put it?"
Yeah. Doesn't it make you give mad respect to people who do this, like, with every show? Like, the people who go to all of them? I mean, like,
I don't know how they do it.
I know Pat, I know her name, but I always forget Twin Hearts.
Yes,
She goes to every
every
show with
single one.
all of her how do you have that kind of energy? I just don't.
She's selling out virtually each day, coming back with more product the next day.
She's kind of a phenomenon. I
Yeah,
know. She must really love it too.
yeah.
So that's awesome.
Or she's just honed in her
Uh,
skill, but she's just, like, quick with it or something, I don't know.
and she's got help too, she has her
Yeah,
spouse there. But it's exciting. This is exciting because this is
it
new
is.
territory for you. And
Yes.
are you prepared for the celebrity status that people are gonna wanna come and chat with you and watch the little dance?
No. Yeah, I mean, Seattle was crazy. I've been recognized at shows before, but Seattle was like, oh my gosh.
I totally accosted Katie at the Seattle show and said, "I want you to come on the podcast." That because this is my neck of the woods, the Northwest, but I think people were very pleased that you were there. And it did it feel good?
I still can't get used to it, honestly. It's just
Uh,
little old me. I'm just Katie. Katie, that's it. It's weird, and I don't think I'll ever get used to it. People
yeah.
coming to see just me.
Yeah, I think that's great though, because people have been following along. It's almost like your story kind of belongs to everybody. I've talked to a lot of miniaturists that have sort of taken off, and we just get really invested. Also, because we make them and we
Mhm.
know how hard it is, and we share the love. It's very gratifying and exciting to see artists in this community have success because it's not something everybody
Right.
understands. And so when you see
A lot of
someone
artists don't share that. You see it, well, how did you get there? And so that's kind of why I've been just each step of the way, I've been just sharing it.
you're very generous. Yeah. No, and that's good because it's a different community that way too. People just want to learn the techniques a lot of times for themselves. They're not
Mhm.
even selling it. They just want to know for their own
Yeah.
dollhouse, which is cool. And it has
Yeah.
been a very, very generous community in general, which is probably why I love it so much
Oh
and
my
why I want to talk to everybody.
so loving. Like, going to shows is the best feeling because you're really surrounded by everyone who just feels the same, and you get to talk to them and marvel at all the stuff together. Yeah, I love going to the show.
It's a gift. I'm sure you didn't anticipate that, but what a cool thing to have.
Yeah.
So you are plugged into the miniature world. You started doing shows and you're going to stuff, and now you're doing your first show. And I know you know a lot of people online that you're friends with in this community. How did you start building those relationships? Do you remember kind of when you first started? Like, how did you connect with other people in this world?
Through social media. They see my stuff, I see their stuff, we follow each other, and then, we messages, "Hey, how did you do that?" Or, "Oh my gosh," just being encouraging to one another. I think that's what's great about social media is you can see your friends and you can see other people and you can give them the encouragement and they give you the encouragement to keep going and just knowing that that community has your back.
Yeah.
I'm in the right space.
Have you ever had any negative things happen with, I wouldn't even think it would be miniaturists, it's just people on the outside world or whatever, where you have looked to other creators for support or just understanding?
I try not to bring the negativity in. I really try to block it out. And of course, there's always like the trolls that are gonna,
Oh, yeah.
anytime a video goes big, they get to people that don't know miniatures, that don't know me, and then they want to put their 2 cents in. What's the point of this? For the most part, the community has been very, very open and very welcoming of me. So I haven't really had too much drama in that area.
I'm always amazed when I see something from like a miniaturist that I love. Are you kidding me? Just unhappy people in their mom's basement, clinking
Right?
out stuff on their computers. No,
Yeah.
no offense to anyone living in their mom's basement.
I had a guy just recently on my Circle K one, it was so funny, and normally I just ignore them because 'cause I'm like, "You guys are stupid," but playing in with him, and he's like, "That took you 5 weeks? I built an entire house in 5 weeks," and I'm like, "By yourself? You designed it and you built it by yourself?" He's like,
You're the contractor for everything?
"Yeah, exactly," and and
Yeah.
then the next day he comes and he says the same thing, "Why are you back? You just want attention. What are you doing?"
And they do realize that it increases the algorithm for you the more comments they do too. That's what makes me laugh. Like, "You're just helping me, dude. Just
Right?
helping me get out into the world."
Yeah.
So, right now with brands, I know you love the mini brands. I love those too. Did you approach these brands or did they approach you?
And they approached me. So they usually just email me or send me a DM. And a lot of times with them, it's a gifted PR type thing. We'll send you a few if you post a little review about it. So those are easy and fun videos for me to do. And I love the stuff. So of course I'm going to say yes. But Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I just did a Taco Bell one actually from Miniverse. I'll post that one later.
Is that one of your more fun things that you enjoy? Do you like doing those?
I think that's what keeps me you asked me earlier, how do you keep it, like, fun and not so much like, "This is my job?" And I really try to incorporate, like, the fun element into it too and not just be sitting here producing things for people to buy all the time. Like, I have to
Right.
get in there and make something fun for me too, you know? That's what's hard.
That's a nice little break, isn't it, to be able to do that? What makes a good collaboration, do you think, in your opinion, in the miniature space, and what kinda makes something that doesn't that might not land with people?
For me, I just kind of have to see the vision. I get approached often from random companies like a mattress or sheets or just random things. And it doesn't really make sense. I just feel like it has to make sense to my brand, what I normally post. Like, does it fit in on my page? Does it make
Mhm.
sense? Can I incorporate that into a miniature? Can I make it into a miniature? I don't know. Sometimes the price has to be right too. If they offer me a good amount, I'm like, how can I say no to that?
They don't offer you enough, it's
Yeah.
taking time away from all the stuff you need to be doing, so it has to
Mhm.
be worth it. Yeah. That's actually a really good point.
It's hard for me. That's what I got approached a lot for commissions after the Circle K one, and I find it hard to do that because I, get, like, their expectations in my head, and then it's hard for me to create, you know?
I'm working on a commission right now, and I'm struggling because I can't make what I wanna make right now, it's all about the commission. Yeah, that's a hard thing 'cause sometimes it can be really great for you monetarily, but it takes up so much headspace and so much time. You have to kind of figure out I'm amazed by people who do nothing but commissions.
Yeah.
I really respect that, it's not easy.
No.
I just talked to a gentleman who does scale his episodes next week, Chris Peterson. He does these scale models of people's homes. They're incredible. And that's all he does is commissions like exact replicas of people's
Wow.
homes. So talk about being picky, about what your house looks like, but he just gets it done. He does it. He's really good at it. He can compartmentalize it too. I think the skill from the commission. So
Wow.
your content output is insane in like the best way. I know you just look like you have a lot of energy. I know you're a mom and you got lots of stuff going on. Like how do you balance the filming, the content, like prep, what you're gonna do? And like you said, well, how do I wanna convey this little concept I've got? And then the making, the actual sitting down and making. How do you do it? How do you figure out in a calendar or a week how you're gonna make it work for yourself?
I just go with the flow, honestly, whatever's going on that day is, "Okay, how can I film this?" Or I'll just, like, set up my camera and do a quick few shots of whatever I'm doing and figure out how I'm gonna piece it together later. I don't plan any of my content out, really.
Interesting. Okay.
I give it to the people who have a whole calendar of, "This is what I'm posting each day."
I
I wish
know.
I could be like that. But I don't. It's really just whatever comes to me, whatever idea I have in the moment, and I just run with it.
Are you able to remember to film when you do stuff? That's my thing. Oh shoot, I forgot to film that. Are you over that now? Are you able to remember that every time?
Yeah, I feel like it gets to a point where, like I was telling someone earlier, if you don't film the whole project, you're painting something, do a quick couple brush strokes, and then put the camera away and finish your project.
Yeah.
You really just
Yeah.
wanna get the idea or the concept or the technique of what you're doing, and then you can kind of explain it in a voiceover or so that way it doesn't disrupt your whole artistic process because sometimes getting that camera in there and getting the lighting, getting this just right, and then, "Okay, now I don't even wanna do the art."
What was I supposed to make again? What was that thing that I was supposed to do?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like it competes with your creative energy, having
Mhm.
to make the content?
Yeah, and then the pressure of, "Oh, I should post something today," or, "I skipped yesterday, I should probably post something today." That gets to me too, and wanting to put out a quality piece, not just something to throw it up on the internet. So, it does get time consuming, and I think that's what I try not to reuse my content much. Like, if I post a project, that's probably the only time you'll see that video, unless it's 3 years later. And, "Oh, yeah, that was
Mhm,
cute. Let me reshare that."
mhm.
But
Do you remember the last day that you had where you didn't do any content at all? You just made stuff?
I do have days like that. So some days I'll batch a few videos and I'll do 3 or 4 videos in a day, and then I won't pick up my camera for a couple days. So I do take breaks that way,
That's
and then
good.
I'll have, like, a couple editing days.
That's nice because you do have to give your brain a rest
Mhm.
of trying to show what you're doing and just get that flow going,
Yes.
where you can't even get up from your chair because you're having such a great time.
Yeah.
So has the social media part, has it ever changed your builds and your ideas based on
Yeah.
who's watching and what people are excited about?
Yeah, I've had and then they also give me ideas, that I might not have thought of. So I'll post
Yeah.
something like a progress of something. "You should add this," or "You should do this."
Yeah.
Oh my god, genius, yes. So that's really fun just to have the community.
They're totally invested in what you're doing. So did it start with dollhouses? Is that what it started in 2020 or was it just miniatures?
It was these little book nook things up
Oh,
here.
yeah. Yeah.
They're little tiny dollhouse kits, so that's what it started with, and I did a bunch of those, and then once I got kind of the hang of those, well, now let me change them and make them my way, and I started customizing them and changing the colors and the fabrics and things.
Would that be a book nook bashing?
Yeah, that's what they call it, kit bashing or whatever, and then I think it was for my 30th birthday, I asked my husband for a dollhouse, and he's like, "Really?"
Which one? Which one did you get?
The IKEA, the
Oh,
the
cool.
IKEA dollhouse. So I started there, and then, build that up, and then he was like, "Well, I want build me a cabin."
Oh, he's a good
Um,
man.
yeah, so I made him a little cabin out of, I don't know, do you see that shelf thing right there? It's from Target. It's a shelf or a cubby shelf, but I flipped it and made it like a house.
Smart. Oh, that's cool. So you were resourceful from the very beginning.
That's what I love. I love miniatures because you can use regular things and turn them into miniatures.
I remember the first time I looked at a toothpaste tube years ago. Oh, or I mean a cap. What can I do with this cap? All the things that the cap could be. That was not something I would have asked myself like 6
Mm-mm.
years ago, or 7 years ago. So you started to go and then the convenience store, the holiday scenes. How did that flip for you? What did you just want to do something super creative and fun? And you've got like this cool cottagecore, a witchy thing. You have all kinds of themes that are truly yours. When did they start to cross over from just that first beginning of dollhouses?
The creativity was flowing. Like I said, I really was not very crafty. So when I started with these kits up here, I realized it was a skill I could do. The ideas just started flowing, and then I just started making and making and making. And I don't know. I don't know where they come from. I look at a piece like with the kids, I would look at it, well, what could this be? Turning it into something that was fun. I just look at a piece like an old dollhouse. I love refurbishing old dollhouses and making them new again, giving it new life. That's what I did for a long time. I would take old furniture pieces and refurbish them, make them new again.
So right now, at this stage of your world here, your miniature world, do you think more like a maker, a storyteller, or a creator? Like a content creator. Of those 3, where do you think you land the most?
That's my problem is I still feel like I'm trying to figure out what to focus all my energy on. Because it's getting spread thin, you know? Because I love being a creator, and I feel like creator maker would be what I guess you would say, because I love making and I love sharing that with everyone. So I guess
You could be both. Yeah, I think that's naturally because it has been so organic with you that you
I
wanted to share
yeah.
because it was fun. It wasn't, I'm
Mhm.
going to take this and build a business and have it be a job. Like I think for you, it sounds like the minute becomes just a job, you'd probably want to be done with it.
And I think the storytelling just kind of comes naturally as I'm posting. You see my story evolve. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm just following the wave and seeing where it takes me. From the Seattle show, I got the opportunity to go to the name convention now. I'm really excited about that too. Yeah.
La Quinta? Yeah, that'll be beautiful. It's beautiful down there. My mom lives down there. It's beautiful. Oh God, you'll
Yeah.
love it.
So I'm excited about that. I've never even taken a miniature class before. So I'm going to be taking a couple classes, I think. So that's going to be fun.
Excellent. So what if this is really great? Do you think you want to start doing the circuit?
I know, I've been thinking about that when I've been doing this show, and I don't know if I'm cut out for the travel circuit. I might stick to California because I
Yeah.
can drive to those locations, but I don't know. We'll see how this show goes.
I hope to see you at IMOMA in February. I'll
I
be there.
She keeps reaching out to me too. "What do I gotta do to get you there?"
Come hhang out with Laura. That's what you
Maybe
gotta
I'll
do. I'll
do a
make it fun for
workshop
you.
or something, I don't know.
What do you think it is about miniatures that's so addictive? Because I think it is. I mean, I
It really is.
what is it?
It's literally everything. You can be a woodworker, you could be a designer, you could be a stager, you could be a sewer. You could learn so many skills. It never gets boring. If you are bored with woodworking, okay, now I'm gonna go do 3D printing. I'm bored with
Right?
3D printing, okay, now I'm gonna go sew. Okay, now I'm gonna do some paper crafts. It's literally so many different mediums, so many different materials that you can work with, and then seeing how people use those materials. Like when you go to a show, it's mind blowing how people do certain things and make things so.
Never had anything fit my ADHD better than building miniatures. And for me, I always see it my ADHD as a blessing. It's a curse too, but I've figured
Mhm,
out my workarounds because I don't think I'd be doing any of the creative things I'm doing without it. But
mhm.
it fits it so beautifully because you can bop around to so many different things.
Yeah,
I always want to tell the ADHD community, it's miniatures, you guys. This
yes,
is what you got to do so you can scratch all those creative itches without having to go all in, on
yes.
something. Yeah, it's definitely a gift. So, what's something people assume about your miniature making and your world right now and your business, whatever, that isn't true?
I think they would assume that I'm making a lot of money on social media, and that's not true. Social media, like Instagram and TikTok, don't pay you very much. I do
Right.
a lot of it just for fun. So
Yeah.
if you think
Yeah.
everything I show you I'm getting paid for, that's not true either.
That's a great thing to point out because you're right. People don't know, especially if they're not in the making part of it.
Yeah,
They're just watching.
there is potential for, to make money on social media, but it's not my main form of income. I don't depend on it.
So have you ever burned out? You ever had that burnout feeling where "Ah, I just want to just not do this for a while?
Yeah, it happens. And that I think maybe that's what I reach out to the community most about is like, gosh, how do you get all these ideas? You get down on yourself because you see what other people are doing or they're constantly putting out new things. Man, I'm stuck on this same idea. I haven't had a new idea in a while. Or, I look at Viva Miniature Designs that does the doll
Right.
houses and she pumps out those doll houses.
So much. I know, but I think does she get any sleep? Natasha's amazing. Does she sleep?
I don't think
Well,
so.
she's
I
got
think
so much
that,
going on with her family. She's really invested in all of it. And then
yeah,
when the degree of the amount of dollhouses that she has,
exactly. So, I try hard not to compare myself, but, you get in your head.
it's all our own mini journey. Yeah, no, it definitely is. What part of all of this feels the most playful to you that kind of takes you back to your childhood? Like it's super fun. You get so excited because that's what you get to do today.
All of it. The mini brands and miniverse, those are like childhood play for me. And when I get to find an old nostalgic toy like a Polly Pocket or something, if I get a good deal on that, I love that. And I love that I can then share it with you guys and you guys will be excited about it too. Just bringing the joy to people, that's really what it's all
Yeah,
about is seeing them look at something I've made or and light up. That's what I do when I go to miniature shows.
of course.
I even just people buying something from me every time. Really? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is there a Polly Pocket house in your future for your kids at some point? I don't even know what scale that is.
I mean, we have a whole Polly Pocket collection.
Okay. All I know about Polly Pockets is I used to vacuum up the shoes all the time. I'm older than you, so I would
Oh,
vacuum up the shoes with my
so
kids.
the Polly Pockets I love are the little ones, the compact ones.
Oh, yeah.
So those ones you can't really redress, but I know the ones you're talking about. Those are from the
Yeah.
thousands. They're big into Barbie right now, and they have a dollhouse that they have in their playroom that they redecorate all the time. So,
Do you see some of you in them? Are they taking cues from you?
oh yeah, my oldest especially, she's such a designer. She redesigns her Barbie house every day. Look what I made. I made this. And she'll take different pieces of her Barbie furniture and put them together to make a desk or something, or she'll just use it in a different way. And I'm like, you are so smart. She's my arty one. She takes art
Yeah.
classes and
Is that delightful for you to see?
yeah, and she comes in here, digs through my stuff and makes stuff. And my littlest one, she likes to play with the Miniverse kitchen a lot. she takes that down and redoes the fridge and everything, but
Well, and when mom gets to do something that has to do with what they love, I mean, that's kinda I was a little bit late on getting started. My kids weren't buying it, so I'm really jealous of that, to have little kids who would play with your stuff. What's one thing that you did early on that made a difference for you later in all of this?
maybe just not taking it so seriously. I've really just tried to stay true to myself and my joy. If it's not bringing me joy, I'm not going to share it. I'm not going to invest my time in it. So I think that's really what it is just staying true to who I am and being myself.
That's a great quote to talk about this episode because I think that's really what it comes down to, you know?
Yeah.
And one thing that you would tell people who are starting this, don't worry about that.
What other people think. Do what makes you happy and they will love it. If
Yes.
you put joy into what you do, the people who want to find it will. Don't make it for everyone. Make it what you love, and the right person will find it.
Yeah. You'll find your people. That's great advice. I always tell people that too. Is there something you haven't done yet that you want to do in this mini verse?
I mean, I have a whole list.
Oh, you do? Tell us a couple at least.
Well, I would love to go to the Chicago show. That's my
Yeah.
number one. Just not as a dealer, but as just a shopper. I think it would be amazing to get there. Is it in Maine? There's like a
Yeah, I want to go to the Guild School.
the
Yeah,
Guild
it's on my
School.
list.
Yes.
It's not cheap, but I think it'd be worth it.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a future
For well, and for
thing.
us, it's so far to go.
It's across the country.
I know.
I know.
If you live in New York, it's not a big deal. I used to live in New York. Darn it, I wish I was into this back then. The West Coast, we have some great stuff out here, but you're right, like Chicago and, Guild School, those are big things
Mhm.
and fun things. Yeah, they're good goals to have for your future. I see you at both of those. Not far, actually. Probably get there before I do. You have to tell me about it. So, where do you see miniature world in general? Where do you see it going? Either social media or shows, or because it came on the scene so hot
Yeah.
in 2020, and there's a reason for that. I think we both kind of know why. Where do you think it's going?
I'm hoping that it's just gonna continue to grow. From what I've heard, it used to be a really, really big banging thing, maybe like 30 years ago, I would say, 20, 30 years ago, when it was really popular and all the dealers were at the shows. That's what I hear a lot when I talk to dealers at shows is, "I'm starting to see it come back," and I'm hoping
Oh,
that, it continues to come back, and when I'm at a show, I see the older makers and the older crowd, and I see this new set of younger makers and younger crowd coming in as well. And so I'm really hoping that that just continues. The youngers kind of take the reins and
mhm.
learn from the older crowd, and the older crowd continues to shop with the new.
Hmm.
I love that there's workshops also that teach the skills, and I think it's gonna grow, honestly. I think it's just gonna keep
Yeah.
getting bigger. I don't see it fading out like a trend.
Well, with something that brings so much joy, especially now in this world we're living in, why would you ever push something out that just brought nothing but delight to so many people? You
Yes.
know, I mean, as far as addiction go, this is a pretty safe one. You know,
I mean, it could get pricey, but
okay, I take that back. I know. Looking at the halls of some of these people from Chicago, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I just had money. I could just go and sometimes I just want to have it to have on my wall. Like I could
you
see
know.
being a collector because I'm so impressed. I mean, like Paris Renfro, I want to own everything that he
Mhm,
makes,
mhm.
and there are dealers that I watch and I get why people just want them on their shelves to look at because it's so sweet.
Amazing.
Okay, my last question for you. It's my favorite question. What did little Katie love that grown-up Katie gets to honor through this work?
Miniatures. I mean, you don't understand. A little tiny ketchup bottle would light me up as a child. And so,
I do understand.
you know, being able to do this as a career now, she would never even think
Oh,
that that was a possibility. So, and building a business, wow. She's looking at me so proud and just couldn't even imagine that this would be a life that she was living. So, makes me want to cry a little bit,
me
but
too. Because I like you. I loved little tiny things and no one really understood. So I totally get that. And I think she'd be so beside herself with happiness to see
yeah,
you right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just to find my people, like
You're passing it on to your girls. How cool is that?
I
That's really good. I'm so happy for you. It couldn't happen to a
Thank
nicer
you.
person. And
Thank you.
thank you for your generosity in the community. Thank you for showing up when sometimes it's hard as a
Yeah.
working mom and all the things.
Especially in this world right now.
God, we need you guys. We need the creators who bring the joy. Thank you for the joy, how much I
Thank you.
enjoy following you and all the things. And I will see you soon. I'm sure I will
Yes.
see you
Yes.
in the next year. All
Yes.
right. You take care of yourself.
Okay, it was so great to talk to you, and
Okay.
thank
You
you.
too, Katie. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
If you loved this episode, make sure you're subscribed on Apple or Spotify podcasts or the YouTube channel so you don't miss the stories and wisdom these incredible artists share. I'd love to see you inside my newsletter, Small by Design. On YouTube, just tap the link in the description. On Apple Podcasts, scroll to the bottom of the show notes. You can follow along on Instagram at Laura Blair Art Studio for my art and at Tiny Worlds Big Stories for podcast updates. If you're feeling generous, a 5-star rating helps other miniature fans find the show. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time in another tiny world with a big story.